This is Anatoly, the man who walks into the gym dressed as a cleaner, quietly sweeping the floor until the moment he grabs the barbell and does the impossible. Lifting weights so heavy, even elite bodybuilders can't believe their eyes. But here's the question that no one's asking. If Anatoly stepped into a real fight, no barbells, no gym mirrors, just him and an opponent, would all that raw, explosive power be enough to win, or is fighting an entirely different game? You're watching Otay, international martial arts coach, 5th degree black belt in Karate Kempo, and founder of the world-renowned Otay Training Academy. Here we go beyond the techniques, breaking down the science, the mindset, and the reality of combat, so you can train smarter, fight better, and win where it truly matters. What you're seeing here is pure, unfiltered strength. Anatoly's lifts are not just heavy, they're record-level heavy. Every rep, every set is the result of years of training designed for one purpose: to move the maximum weight in the shortest amount of time. Unlike most gym-goers, Anatoly doesn't chase aesthetics or the perfect beach body. He trains his nervous system and muscles to explode with power, to generate force that shocks even the most experienced lifters. Watch closely. This isn't just muscle, it's technique. His grip, his stance, his breathing, all perfectly synchronized to lift what seems unliftable. But here's the thing, lifting insane weight inside the safety of a gym is very different from generating power when someone's trying to hit you back. Now, let's clear up one of the biggest misconceptions in the gym. Bigger muscles don't always mean more strength. Muscle size, what bodybuilders train for, is called hypertrophy. It's about increasing the volume of muscle fibers, creating that full aesthetic look you see on stage. Strength training, on the other hand, focuses on how much force those muscles can actually produce, and that's where athletes like Anatoly dominate. In the gym, you might see a massive bodybuilder, but put him under the same barbell and Anatoly is lifting, and sometimes he won't even get it off the ground. Size can be impressive, but in both lifting and fighting it can also be deceiving. Because power isn't just about how big the muscle is, it's about how efficiently it can be used. But here's the reality. Fighting is a completely different battlefield. Inside the cage, the ring, or even on the street, raw strength is just one weapon in your arsenal. A fight is about speed, the ability to move, react, and strike before your opponent even sees it coming. It's about technique, knowing exactly where to hit, how to control distance, and how to use leverage to make your opponent's strength work against them. It's about endurance, because when your muscles are filled with lactic acid and your lungs are on fire, brute force fades fast. And let's not forget the mind. Reading your opponent, predicting their moves, adapting in real time, these mental skills can decide the fight before the first punch even lands. A smaller, faster, technically skilled fighter can overwhelm a bigger, stronger opponent. Not because they're physically superior, but because they know how to fight smarter. So if Anatoly stepped into a real fight with nothing but his gym power, he'd be facing opponents who can exploit every gap in his defense and turn his strength into a disadvantage. So could Anatoly win a real fight? If we're talking about raw, untrained brawling, strength alone might help him dominate the first few seconds. One powerful shove, one heavy swing, and his opponent could be in serious trouble. But against a skilled martial artist, someone who spent years mastering striking, grappling, and submissions, raw power without technique quickly becomes a weakness. A skilled fighter would control the distance, tire him out, and then attack when his power starts to fade. However, combine Anatoly's strength with proper combat training, striking drills, footwork, clinch control, and ground fighting, and you'd have a completely different beast. A fighter with both explosive power and the skills to use it effectively. History has proven it. We've seen wrestlers, judokas, and even power athletes transition into MMA, and once they learn the fight game, their physical gifts make them dangerous. Anatoly, with his insane strength, could absolutely become a threat in combat sports, but only if he understands this truth. In fighting, it's not just about how hard you can hit, it's about making every hit count. Strength turns heads. It makes people stop and say, wow. But in a real fight, strength is just the beginning of the story. Speed, technique, endurance, and mindset, these are the tools that decide who walks away as the winner. Anatoly's lifts will always amaze us, but the fighters who last are the ones who know how to combine physical power with the art of combat. So next time you watch an insane lift, ask yourself, could that power win in the cage? And if you enjoyed breaking down the difference between gym strength and fight strength, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because here we uncover what really works when the gloves come off. Thanks for watching. This is Otay from Otay Training Academy, reminding you strength turns heads but skill wins fights. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, and keep training smart, because the next fight could be yours.